Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are enumerating the 5 best Casio G-Shock watches of all time that exemplify the extreme best that this iconic Japanese company ever made. Between affordable icons and high-end works of horology, these are the G-Shocks that toughness and sophistication do not necessarily go hand in hand. As a longtime G-Shock fan, or as someone who is only starting to learn what Casio can really do, these 5 watches will impress you. Let's get into it. Number 5, the Casio G-Shock GMW B5000. It is, after all, simply the original G-Shock redesigned in all its stainless steel splendor. The square case style has its origins with the very first G-Shock of 1983, though here with a complete stainless steel construction, Casio takes the formula to the nth degree, turning a classic icon into something that is truly high-end. Multi-band atomic timekeeping keeps the watch in sync with radio time signals worldwide, and Bluetooth connectivity keeps it in the exact tune with your smartphone. The tough solar technology will give you virtually no reason to worry about a battery ever again. The stainless steel bracelet is a masterpiece of finishing, a combination of brushed and polished surfaces which stand on their own against Swiss sports watches, which cost 3 or 4 times as much. It is the G-Shock of the individual who wants to check on his or her wrist, a piece of history, without losing a millimeter of ruggedness. The Casio G-Shock GMW B5000 sells at about $500–600 USD. Number 4, Casio G-Shock MTG B3000. It is in the Casio G-Shock MTG B3000 that G-Shock engineering ambition actually begins to leave you breathtaking. The MTG line is positioned at the higher end of the G-Shock brand, and the B3000 is what makes you realize that as soon as you wear it. A case construction is an architectural masterpiece, a multi-layered, multi-material structure with a fine resin interior and a stainless steel frame on the outside that makes the watch look lighter than it actually is, and tougher than nearly anything in the market. Carbon core guard design keeps the module safe at the time of shocks that could ruin the less durable timepieces. Indoors, there is the flagship timekeeping technology of Casio, multiband 6 atomic radio syncing, Bluetooth smartphone connectivity, and tough solar power, the 3-pronged array of always accurate, always powered reliability. The deep layered dial and the sapphire crystal make the MTG B3000 have a visual appearance that is undeniably bold yet unexpectedly sophisticated. It is a watch that attracts attention anywhere it goes. The Casio G-Shock MTG B3000 costs about $900,100 USD. Number 3, Casio G-Shock GWG2000. The Casio G-Shock GWG2000 is the epitome of what a field and outdoors utility watch can be. A watch so full of intent and functionality that it approaches being an item of survival gear. The GWG2000 is part of the Master of G-Land series, designed to withstand the most hostile conditions on the planet, and the design language is not afraid to show it. The carbon fiber reinforced resin case is incredibly strong without adding the weight, which is impressive, and the layers are built in such a way that they provided a presence on the wrist that is truly substantial. They are all standard issue here with mud resistance, ISO 200-meter water resistance, and shock resistance, plus multi-band 6 atomic timekeeping and tough solar charging. The analog digital screen is unquestionably easy to read under any condition, and the bold design of the screen presents vital information immediately. The GWG2000 is not just the watch that will withstand absolutely anything life throws at it. It can perform it, even when you are deep in the wilderness of backcountry. Casio G-Shock GWG2000 costs about $550–700 USD. Number 2, Casio G-Shock MR G B2100. Casio G-Shock MR G B2100 is where G-Shock ceases to be a tough watch and becomes a serious luxury watch, one that just happens to be practically indestructible. The MRG is the top of the line at Casio, and the B2100 takes that top with a materials and craftsmanship that is truly extraordinary. The case and bracelet is made of titanium, specifically with a treatment applied to the surface called DuraSoft, which imparts a kind of almost matte warmth to the metal unlike any other in the G-Shock line. The design, inspired by the Akanam, a character of Japanese folklore, incorporates subtle traditional patterns into the finishing details with a degree of artisanal workability that puts this squarely in the high-end watchmaking realms. Bluetooth connectivity, multiband 6 atomic timekeeping, and tough solar power makes it a perfect daily tool. The sapphire crystal, the hand-cleaned finish, the weight and balance on the wrist, all about the MR G B2100 conveys high quality. It is the G-Shock that puts all critics to silence. The Casio G-Shock MR G B2100 is selling at about $3,500 to $4,000 USD. Number 1. Casio G-Shock MR G B2100. The Casio G-Shock MR G B2100 is at the top of our list at the moment, and the moment you put one of the watches in your hands, you will not doubt the truth of this fact. Not only is this the best G-Shock that has ever been produced, but it is a strong case that Casio is in the same discussion as the best watchmakers of the world. The MR G B2100 takes the silhouette of the iconic octagonal case of the GA2100, already one of the most popular G-Shock designs in recent history, and recreates it afresh, completely in aerospace-grade titanium, and to a finish that is simply breathtaking. The Takefu titanium overlay construction produces the visual depth of the metal that varies with varying light conditions, recreating the art of the traditional Japanese sword making. Each surface, brushed, polished satin, is done with the hand finishing which you simply do not anticipate of a brand whose reputation is of a low price tag toughness. Multi-band 6 atomic synchronization, Bluetooth pairing, and tough solar charging make it the most precise, the most functioning watch you will be able to possess. The minimalist, highly readable dial is safeguarded by sapphire crystal. Competition. The MR G B2100 does not compete on price with other G-Shocks, but more with the Swiss luxury sports watches. In most aspects, it outcompetes them on engineering and value. This is the watch that shows that Casio did not just want to survive, it was ever about quality. The Casio G-Shock MR G B2100 costs around $4,500 to $5,000 USD, and each and every dollar is worth it.